Chafing Armor Podcast, episode 80. Sleep! Welcome back to the Chafing Armor Podcast. I'm your host, and not in any way, shape, or form sleepy, Dungeon Master, Michael Corley. And with me tonight is Izzy. Izzy, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Tonight I will be playing Marezi Mugraw, half-orc barbarian, who's feeling a little sleepy.
And with us also is James. James, tell us who you will be playing.
My name's James, and I am playing Penton Chalice, a spell scale sorcerer of the winged variety.
And also with us is Lee. Lee, tell everyone who you will be playing.
G'day everybody, I'm Lee and I will be playing Osukai the Shifter Ranger. Not currently going through changes.
That we know of. And also with us tonight is Dare. Dare, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hi everybody, our name is Dare and I am playing Tix Birchmanson, gnome cleric, and a way to brighten Osukai's day.
And by that he means setting him on fire. And also our special guest, Riley. Riley, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hi, I'm playing Athora Greyfield, who is a fire tiefling.
Wonderful, and we've been enjoying your company, getting into combat, climbing out of bags, and attacking evil hands. When we last left our players, they had left the city of Palm Grove to help save the people there. There was some kind of calamity that was happening in the Simeon Crevasse. We saw them leaving the city of Palm Grove to save it from calamity. Its protective mists have been removed. Something is happening in the Simeon Crevasse, an ancient stronghold of unknown origin, but it is also the place that is rumored to have secrets about a staff, perhaps even secrets about the staff of Seraphim. They made their way over there. They chose not to go through the fallen towers, but to make their way to the center. They made their way in, only to find a giant room dedicated to Dindar, the Night Mother, a giant serpent who eats nightmares and the minds of the unwary. They found a tall, thin, pale elf
salesman
by the name of Casper, who invited them to sleep. And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
12 for Penton.
I rolled a 15.
12 for Penton, 15 for Marezi,
23 for Osukai.
23 for Osukai,
28.
Dang.
28.
How?
Dang. Dang, girl.
I mean, the 20, yeah, but how is your initiative modifier plus 8?
Plus 9,
It says here a plus 5 dex modifier and then a plus 4 miscellaneous.
Yep.
Okay, alright. I was just, yeah, okay. That's really good.
She has
She
has the improved initiative feat.
Yeah. Well, she is definitely going to move first.
That'll do it. That's really good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that is very impressive. And I'm sorry, who did I miss?
18 for
Dare.
Tix.
Tix. 18 for Tix. So that is very impressive because Casper actually rolled a 20, a natural 20. So the fact that he didn't beat y'all is impressive.
Well, Osukai rolled a natural 22, so...
There you go. So, but he actually did not have a modifier. So, so actually, we'll come to Riley first. You're in a big open room. You are too far away to engage him in combat, hand-to-hand combat this round. You could certainly try to run across to him. You did also see one of the mattresses actually reached out and grabbed Osukai by the arm. So there may be some other things going on here besides this gentleman with the staff across the room. What would you like to do, Riley? Or I'm sorry, Athora.
I'm going to use my cross with Casper.
And like Tix, but with a bigger one, you pull out your crossbow and fire. Go ahead and roll for that.
20, not natural.
20 not natural. That will hit. Roll your 1d. Is it 8, I believe? Yes.
8 damage.
Oh, wow, maximum damage. Very good. So the first thing you all see is you are just really shocked at how fast Riley is how fast Athora is when y'all start combat. Is you're all pretty fast. You're all pretty.
The dice don't even have those numbers.
Althora moves. So you're all pretty fast people, but just in a heartbeat, you see that crossbow just ching, and it just that flies and it strikes perfectly home right in the chest of Casper, and he cries out. It's a by the way, it is a long shot. It's all the way across the room, but she makes that shot and she does maximum damage. It is a really good hit and a really good way to open. Osokai, this mattress has grabbed onto your arm. I will not make you waste an action removing it, but you do need to roll to free yourself.
Okay.
Is a strength opposition.
Oh, well, goody.
Yeah, I know, because you're not very good at that.
No, right? I'm terrible at strength. That's a 23.
It rolled a 6. And I didn't really want to punish you for the more of the flavor of it reaching out and grabbing you. So you pull yourself free, and as you do, you see the entire mattress begin to undulate and move in a very unnatural, almost gelatinous way as it roils itself up to face you. And now it is your turn, Osokai.
Well, we have faced a gelatinous cube before, so I'm not really willing to do anything to this mattress in case I'm not
saying that it is a gelatinous cube. Just so we're clear.
Well, no, but it moves like one, and
yes.
It has a tendency to do that, and so I'm going to err on the side of caution.
Sure.
Because I don't want to lose anything in one again. We go very, very close to dying on a different one. Can I light a torch and throw it at the mattress?
You can. It is a full round of action to light a torch. And none of y'all had said that you had torches lit, because you can all see in the dark. So unless you say otherwise, I didn't assume that you did.
No. So I'll take this opportunity. I'll take a 5-foot step back, which should be a free action, and then I'll light a torch.
Okay. If you are going to take a step back, though, it will get an attack of opportunity against you.
Well, it shouldn't, because a 5-foot step back is still within its...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I take that back. You're right. No, you can take a 5-foot step back. Yeah, and you are pulling out your flint and tinder and trying to get it lit.
Yep.
And you need to make a roll for that.
Okay. That's a natural 20. Why do I get a natural 20 on lighting a torch?
You'll see you practically pull the torch out and throw it up, and you're just like, and the sparks hit it, and then you catch it. It's stupid, like it's something out of a Michael Bay movie. Like it doesn't even make sense, but it works, and you're able to light it so quickly. But that is your action, and it now comes to Casper, who rolled a natural 20 yet still was third. And he says, very unsurprisingly, "Asleep!"
Oh, no.
And who here has the least hit points?
Oh, that's probably going to be me.
Yes. So, Penton, I would like you to make a willpower saving throw. Well, no, actually, I would make you're. This is a charisma-based throw, so that is definitely in your advantage. So you may use either your willpower-based save, or you may use your charisma modifier, whichever is higher.
Well, they're the same.
Okay.
So there you go. Oh, there's my 20 of the night.
And you feel the drowsiness come over. You look over, and the mattress just looks so inviting. And then the sorcery inside you, the magic inside you, just roils up, and you actually feel like that dragon inside you just go, and just, no. I will not sleep. And you shrug it off. And who is next lowest in hit points? Everyone rattle off your maximum hit points real quick.
68.
Osokai?
48.
60 for
Wow,
Tix.
you're like a baby.
60 for Thora.
And Tix?
60.
60. So it's Osokai, isn't it? That has the next lowest?
Seems like it.
Okay. Osokai, I need you to also roll a fortitude save.
Fortitude. Okay.
I'm not sorry, not fortitude. Willpower.
Okay. That's a 19.
19. And again, for a moment, the mattress that's undulating you creepily, horrifyingly, just like shimmers, and it's like this beautiful, reposing mattress that's inviting it upon you to lay down on it, and then you see it for what it truly is, this horrifying mattress coming towards you, and you're just like, no, thank you, but no. And that will bring it to Tix.
Okay. I will. How far away is Casper from me?
He would be about 50 feet from you.
Okay, so I move my movement up 25 feet, and I try a turn undead. See if this guy is as dead as he looks.
Okay. And you cast Turn Undead, and you can feel as you call upon Garl Glittergold when your spell or your divine intervention connects with the undead. He is not undead, as far as you can tell. He is alive, and so it does not work, despite his name.
Why would you
despite
try
being
and
called Casper?
Why would you try and turn a friendly ghost?
But a reasonable assumption given his name and his pallor and everything. By the way, I'm sorry, before I go forward, Althora, did you want to try to move forward so that you can engage him next round?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your movement speed? 30. Okay, so you move 30 feet forward after you fire, and then you begin to close the distance to combat. And that will bring it to Merezi.
I'd like to, let's see, what kinds of damage are gelatinous cubes not weak to?
You don't know.
Oh, well, I do piercing damage with the halberd, I believe. So I'm gonna try and poke that thing, and then after that, use the rest of my movement to go near to Casper.
Okay.
Wait, would that give it an attack of opportunity against me if I did that plan?
If you do engage with it and then you try to run towards Casper, it will get an attack of opportunity.
I'll just attack it then.
Okay, and of course you do have 2 attacks.
Oh yeah. Well, my first is a 6.
That will not hit.
And my second is an 8.
Oh,
like,
dear.
I'm not even bothering putting a modifier on that because I don't think that's going to hit.
Unfortunately, no. The mattress just kind of is like moving out of the way as you are swinging furiously at it. And that will bring it to Benton.
All right. Well, I hate to go to the old standby, but it is a good old standby. Yeah, I'm going to send a set of magic missiles his way.
Okay.
Let's see.
And are these infused?
No, I'm going to save that for something else.
Probably a good idea. Just saying.
14 points.
14 points of damage. Hurl towards after, not too far from the chest from where that crossbow bolt hit. And he screams and cries out. And he goes, "You do not need to do this. You can simply sleep." And that will bring it to... yes. So now, everyone imagine the Sorcerer's Apprentice song. You see a total of 10 objects in the room, including the mattress that originally grabbed Osokai, begin to rise up and animate. There are 2 mattresses, 2 undulating sheets that almost are moving like, Scooby-Doo ghosts. There are hilariously and yet somehow unquietingly 2 pillows cartwheeling towards you. And finally, largest of all, a metal frame from one of the beds is taken on like a vague humanoid form and is coming towards all of you. So
I really don't love this.
Yeah, no, it's not great. And so we are going to start with Osokai. It rolls an 11. And the next one rolls a 10. As they come swiffing at you. And Morezi, you tried to attack the mattress, so one of the mattresses and one of the sheets is attacking you. One got a 15 and one got a 3. They do actually have a pretty decent bonus, but not quite enough. What is your total armor?
18.
18. Well, actually, one of them hits. One of them does hit. Because
poopy turds.
Because they do have a good bonus to hit.
Am I at full health?
Yes, everyone is at
this?
full health because you've been resting at the village for several days. So that actually does maximum damage. So Morezi, you have taken 10 points of damage. And
that's just lovely.
What happens is the sheet actually comes around and it cracks into you like a whip. And hits you, and it really hurts because it's trying to kill you. And now, one of them is trying to attack Althora. And what is your total armor, Althora?
19.
19. It actually hits as well because it rolled a 16, and again with its bonuses. What the heck? It actually did maximum damage too. So Althora, as you're going by, one of the pillows just shoots you in the face, but there's something in the pillows, like not really rocks, but something solid, and so it's like being just like someone put a toaster in a pillowcase and just whacked it into the side of your head. And in fact, you're really glad that you have your helmet on because it kept you from having your skull caved in. It kind of knocked you off balance. Frame is actually coming towards Tix. Because of course it is. And it rolls a 3. So it, again, is having trouble as so many of these creatures with your small stature is getting a hold of you. And that will actually bring it back to Althora. You have already crossed, I think you said 30 feet? 30.
Yeah.
So you have the option now to engage in hand-to-hand combat if you so desire, as opposed to crossbow.
I will.
Okay. All right.
Bam.
That will hit. A lot of rolling.
Yeah.
We keep going off the table.
17 points of damage. Oh my goodness. You have done, and a lot of it is you, by the way, 31 points of damage to this frail elf. You just come down with your two-handed sword, and you lop off one of his arms at the below the elbow as he's trying to block you. But his other hand is holding the staff, and so he kind of brings his other hand up, and it just cuts it straight off, and he screams, and the bloody stump is just spraying blood.
That's a nice image, thanks, Dad.
Oh, you're welcome. That's what us dungeon masters do best.
Tix likes the new girl.
Yeah.
That's right. As that arterial spray is going out, he is very badly damaged. That goes without saying. So you got an incredibly good hit on him, Riley.
She should have a second hit too.
Oh,
yeah, I was wondering.
You're
because
level
at
5.
sixth level, we should all have.
Well,
So
all the
what's
fighters,
here?
at least.
Yeah, it says
No,
here.
well,
Are
I
you
do as
level
well.
5 or level 6?
Well, we're 6, so
Are we 6?
Yeah.
yeah,
6.
we are 6. So you guys should be
Oops.
6. So you should be getting 2 attacks per round.
Okay. So
Well,
get another attack
I
round.
will. Even though she is created as a level 5, I will allow her to have a second attack. Because she should have been the same level as us. So that We'll keep everything else the same, but we'll give her the second attack. So go ahead and roll again.
12.
Unfortunately, that will not hit. Perhaps you got some blood in your eye as he was spraying, and and he manages to dance back slightly. Yeah, it's pretty gross, and it's getting all over his white robe, screaming and flailing about. But that will bring it to Osokai.
All right. Well, let's swing with my torch.
Are you trying to hit the mattress that originally was accosting you?
Yeah, sure one. Go ahead and guess. Just go ahead and guess.
I'm guessing it's a natural 20 based on your voice. Is that a 1?
Sure. We'll go with 20. No. Yeah, no, it was a 1.
And if you could roll that 100 percentage dice.
Which is always great when you have...
Do I really want to do this?
When you have flame in your
really.
hand. Yeah.
Yeah, really. You've already had a torch literally explode on you. A magic torch.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Let me just put that one there. I need to take a photo of this because I hate my life. It's a 99.
A 99. Wow. So
Bye, Osokai.
Cut your arm off with a torch.
That's right. So,
yeah.
This room is just littered. This is like a lightsaber battle. There's just arms everywhere. So Riley, I have a homebrew rule that during combat, anytime someone rolls a 1, they have to roll a percentage die. This applies to the bad guys as well. If you roll anything less than 90, nothing happens. If you roll a 90 to 94, you lose your next turn. And if you roll 95 to 100, something increasingly bad happens to you. Rolling 100, for the villains, it's certain death. For the good guys, it's almost certain death for 100. So you didn't roll 100, so that's good, but you did roll a 99. So you come forward and you stab this mattress. You successfully stab it with your torch, and it envelops you. It grabs you and envelops you, and as it lights on fire, you also light on fire.
How do I sleep while my bed's burning?
Very appropriate given the region. So you take 4 points of burning damage immediately. You are also now on fire, and you are also grappled. So you may use your next turn to free yourself from the grapple, but regardless, you have lost your next turn otherwise. Okay, so that is what happens. Given that roll and other circumstances, that wasn't as bad as it could have been. It was the worst thing that could happen given the circumstances.
It's no zombie shark.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I don't have like a meteor come and strike you. It's just the worst circumstance available. So now that will actually bring it to Casper, and he gestures at you, Riley, and also to Tix, who is running at him, and says, "Sleep!" And I need Althora and for Tix to both make a willpower saving throw.
I can do that. Maybe. I got a 12.
Oof.
12. Do you have any bonuses?
That's with the bonus.
That's with the bonus. Okay. And Althora? 10. Both of you turn to the nearest unanimated mattress, and you walk over to it and lay down and go to sleep. And you will have, and actually, as we come forward, Althora, you've already taken your turn. Tick, I will actually now allow you to use your turn to try to break from this sleep, because it is now your turn.
That is a whole 11.
11. Okay, so as you lay down to slumber, it's actually very, very peaceful at first, and that's when you see the form of a giant serpent. And the giant serpent is moving towards you, and you can see the face of your mother, the face of your father, screaming as sunrise, the mountain that you were raised in, begins to crumble, and the great god Set, who is destined to come through a portal and destroy this world if the staff of Seraphim did not stop him, they are both going to be crushed beneath his gigantic foot. in this terrible nightmare, and you can feel the acid, poisonous breath of the god Dindar coming towards you. But nothing actually happens yet. It's just horrible. That will bring it to Merezi.
Attack the stinky mattress, I guess?
Yes, you are being engaged by a mattress and a sheet.
I'll use my first attack to attempt the stinky mattress.
Okay.
That is a whole 3. I'll use my second attack. I assume they're both within range. I don't have to run away from the mattress to attack the sheet.
They have engaged you.
That is a 19.
That will definitely hit.
Lovely. 13.
13 points of damage. You actually do not destroy the sheet, but you have badly damaged it as you just... And despite the
I'm
fact...
sure it's in no worse condition than my sheets.
Well, I mean, we could talk about that. But despite the fact that these things undulate almost like a gelatinous cube, when you cut through it, it's a sheet. It's not... There's nothing like, liquidy or anything like that. It just tears. And it shudders under your cut. You know that you have damaged it very badly. And that will bring it to Penton. You've also seen Tix and Althora turn and go to sleep.
Right. All right, time to step up the game. I'm hoping that by knocking this guy out, it'll shut down everything else. Like he's the mastermind behind it or something. But I'm going to upgrade to Scorching Ray for this time.
Okay.
Which will actually take an attack. Doop. That'd be a modified 20.
Modified 20. That will definitely hit. So there is a pillow kind of hovering up in front of you, and there's also a mattress coming towards you. And so I want you to tell me what happens when you cast Scorching Ray through the mattress and the pillow to hit Casper at the other end of the room.
Okay.
And kill him.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, should I roll some damage? But apparently he was on his way out.
He was almost dead.
All right. The camera slowly follows in slow motion the burning ray coming out of my hand as it pierces through the pillow, which just disintegrates outward radiating outward from the line, as well as the sheet just burns away like fire paper. Is that right? Flash paper.
Yes.
And then hits Casper right in the noggin and puts a hole through his head.
And there is a moment where he stands there looking dumbfounded at you, and there is a perfect just burn right through his skull as it casts light onto the portrait of Dindar behind him, and then he collapses to the ground. And as you had hoped, all of the animate objects, almost as if he had cast, I don't know, animate object, dispels. They all cease their attacking. Osokai, you are still on fire, though, even though it is no longer grappling you. What would you like to do?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Bit warm, isn't it, fellas? Yeah, I mean, obviously, I guess I'm just gonna fall to the ground and roll around trying to get the fire off.
Okay. Would anyone like to help him, just to check?
I'll take one of the non-damaged sheets and kind of use it as a fire blanket, maybe.
Okay, and try to smother it. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make you... I'm going to say that's successful. Unfortunately... Whoop, fell off. Oh, that's lucky, because the original one was 6. You do take 3 more points of fire damage, Osokai, before you manage to put yourself out. And Merezi actually quite effectively takes one of the sheets. They are very big and thick sheets. And just kind of onto the fire and puts it out.
Are they fitted?
These are not fitted. The fitted ones didn't animate. And the mattresses fall down, and they actually fold up into really small cubes, like as if you were able to ship them very conveniently, where they would unfold once they got.
Can we have that spell in real life so we can fold fitted sheets?
No, there is no magic that will fold a fitted sheet.
Nothing can save you, Lee. I'm sorry.
Divide by 0 is easier.
Before we move forward, I'm sorry, I keep saying Riley. Althora, I would like you to roll another willpower save.
10.
You have a modifier. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have any modifier.
Again, you see your village, and you see again the bandits stealing the food, and your family, your fiance calling out to you, saying, help us, we're starving. And you see them just withering away before you. And you also, superimposed over that, see the coiling image of this giant serpent coming towards you. And now, would anyone like to do anything to assist either Tix or Althora?
I slap Tix.
I was gonna do that.
I
With my
saved
mace.
Tix the mercy of having to be slapped awake by Osokai.
Yes, he was totally going to use his mouth. It's just a slap. It doesn't count. So you give a good hard whack. And so, Tix, I would like you to roll again with advantage.
That was a 12 plus 8 would be a 20. Second roll, that would be a...
Okay. So just as you see the cave beginning to collapse in on your parents, you feel the impact of the rock hitting you, but then you realize that's something from the real world as a whack, as a half-orc slaps you across the face. I'd like you to record 1 point of damage, because that's a solid blow. But it's worth it because it wakes you up, and you see this jaw just dripping with poison open and just vroom come at you, and then you wake. Would anyone...
says, my turn.
And are you? For to slap him again. Would
Yes.
anyone like to assist Althora?
I'll also slap her.
I mean, she had success the first time. Why not?
Yeah. Morezi's like, oh, this is my job now, I guess. This is what I do. So you go over, and now I would like you to, again, Riley, to roll a willpower save and with advantage, which means you can roll twice. Okay, and what is the next one?
7.
Well, good thing is advantage, because 16 will actually do it. You needed a 14 or better. And you, again, see your starving family and your starving fiancé, and then this coiling snake coming towards you to just latch onto you. But as it does, it fades out to see a half-orc staring down into your face, and also take one more point of damage.
Right.
As she just whack slaps you across the face so hard that it wakes you up. And combat is over.
Yay, we survived.
Would anyone like to do anything here before moving forward?
I feel like we should maybe make a little bit more inspection of the dudes, of the sleeping dudes, just to see if anyone is like a newer sleeper. I'll do a search check.
So will Tix.
That was a
after he
5.
wakes up. Tix and Athora will do a search also.
Okay, everybody, give me a roll. Who wants to search?
Morezi rolled a 5, so not great for her.
Ozuka's going to take everything on Casper.
Okay. Well, there isn't a lot else on him. One, that his body was partially burned. His clothes were partially burned when the scorching ray hit him.
Sorry.
It's okay. But you don't really feel like there was a whole lot on him. You see that his robes, even though they are stark white, are very old and tattered. He was a very old elf, which means he could be anywhere from 300 to 500 years old. And yet you get a sense that this place is still far, far older than he is.
Didn't he have a staff?
Yeah.
No, what I was going to say is his staff is absolutely there. It is a white staff with a serpent coiled around the top.
Yoink.
It's yours for the taking.
I'm assuming it's glowing with magic.
Oh yeah, it is definitely magic.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's a staff of sleep.
Why, yes, it is. I'm not going to make you roll for that because it's a staff of sleep. You can be used to cast sleep.
I guess I'll toss it to Penton since,
I let it fall to the ground.
What am I going to do with it?
I'm afraid I really can't use that. Maybe Tix, could you maybe use it? I don't know.
Well, considering it's about
I'll use
I don't
it.
do magic items.
it's about 3 or 4 feet taller than Tix, it would be a little bit awkward.
Fine, I'll take it. Jeez.
Yeah, you can take it and we can sell it.
You definitely could sell it. It's valuable. Even if you don't use it, it's definitely valuable.
I'll attach it to my pack.
Okay. It is a staff, so I mean it's about 5 feet tall, but it's not like it's like 7 feet tall or something.
Oh.
So it's it's not like crazy tall, but it's but yeah, you attach to your staff. It doesn't give off anything particularly evil or anything, even though it does have the symbol of the god on it. It does appear to be just a staff of sleep.
Before I do that, actually, I'll take one of the sheets and I'll wrap it around, attach it.
Okay, that's. I mean, given the staff of Seraphim, that's a reasonable precaution. You did, by the way, Morezi. Even though you rolled a 5, y'all did say that you're going to look around here. All of the figures that are lying in the beds are all dead, or they are all this incorporeal where you touch them. With one exception, there is one that is dead but is not incorporeal, and that unfortunately, Althora Gleingorl. Oh my God, why did I call him that? Was your elf male companion. He apparently was trapped in this room, and he is dead.
Your companion choking sound.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, it is unfortunate, but there is no saving him. But he's not become this transparent being. He's just simply dead.
Thor is still crying.
Well, that is very reasonable because he and Norfear have been your companion for many months, and he was a brave and good elf, very serious, think about like Spock kind of character, like very serious but with a good heart. And you were very sorry to find him dead, but there was nothing you could do. It was pure chaos in here, and again your memories are still jumbled from your time.
The sheet covering was mostly to obscure it from being recognized as what it is. So underneath the sheet, it just looks like a quarterstaff.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Golden white thing that someone might want to steal, maybe.
Sure. That if you cover the top of it, it does essentially just look like a white stick. So there is actually only one exit moving further into the structure of the Simian crevasse. Can I get y'all's marching order?
Osaka's going to scout ahead, not be seen.
Okay. I would like you to make a roll for that scouting.
All right. I'll roll
one for your sneakiness, and then one for your what you see.
Okay. Move silently. Oh, that's so good. That's a 30 on the move silently.
Okay.
I rolled a 19. And my spot check is a 22.
22. Okay. Well, the first thing that comes to you as you start your way down this corridor, I'm assuming nobody has a trouble with him scouting ahead, is the smell. There is a smell, and by the way, you now realize that it was like kind of like creeping into the other room, but you were busy. But as you go down here, there is just you have smelled rotting corpses, and you've smelled death, and you've smelled decay in myriad of forms, but you've never smelled anything like this. It is truly awful. It is the perfect mixture of decaying flesh and offal, just excrement.
Lovely.
And it is the two have married together in a warm, soupy mess.
Lovely.
It's horrible.
I rolled a 26 on the fortitude save just for preemptive.
Okay.
Not
Thank
wishing
you.
to hell. That would be nice.
Yeah. You do feel your breakfast, your hurried breakfast from this morning, which was a while ago, or your whatever your last meal was, tried to kind of work its way up, and you're just like kind of pinch the back of your nose or throat and keep it down. You are going steadily downwards. It is warm, you can feel almost the heat you recognize from like a fire in the distance, and you can see the flickering glow of a fire that's coming from a chamber that's opening up before you, about 20 feet ahead.
Okay, I will creep up to that opening, squeezing against the wall of the tunnel that I'm moving down.
Okay.
And take a peek outside.
All right.
Sorry, Jet now has the zoomies apparently.
Go, Jet, go. So you look inside and you take a quick glance. And by the way, you rolled very well on your stealth, which is good. And you find that inside is what seems to be some kind of kitchen. The kind of kitchen that would be in a great, like a castle, a great castle where you would have a huge kitchen for doing great banquets. It's enormous in here. It's also where the smell is coming from. There isn't a single place on the floor that is not covered with sort of a greenish black slime that's just appears to be equal parts decaying flesh and excrement. It is horrible. And you see in there's a huge cooking fire in the hearth, and there are two figures at this big oaken cooking area, and both of their backs are turned to you. One of them is vaguely, is a humanoid figure, a very tall, gaunt male of some kind in the firelight. And he gives the image of sort of assisting the other one. The other one is not human. You don't know what it is. In fact, I would allow you to make a dungeoneering roll now.
Oh, lovely. I actually have that.
17.
Oh, you're not there.
You're not there. What are you doing?
I'm smart.
But I rolled an 18. Dungeoneering is 4, so that's a 21. 22.
Okay.
Sorry. I can math. Shut up.
So you have definitely never seen one of these before. But in your, in knowing about dungeoneering, you've heard a little bit. But the weird part is Morezi has actually, in some of her adventures that she's had separately from you, when she was in Massgate, and actually had a strange little encounter with the young boy that she went adventuring with, she actually encountered one of these.
A poo monster!
A poo monster. An Atyug. And this one, though, does not look like the descriptions that you have heard. The poo monster, as she puts it, is normally, it's sort of like has one kind of central body, and then it has these like tentacles coming out from it. This one is more humanoid, and it has a great like azure, like just smeared with crap, literally and figuratively, apron on, and it is cooking. So it looks like if a Atyug and a human somehow fused together. You don't even want to think about like the mating, but if they were somehow fused together, that's what this would look like. And it's where its head is, much like the Zorn that you had seen so long ago. The top of the head is just mouth with teeth. And it has many tentacles, and it is preparing some kind of horrifying meal. That is what you see.
Lovely. I'll do a quick look to see if there's a route out of that room opposite to where I am, just to make sure that I've got, we know where we're going further ahead. And then roll my spot. That's a... Oh, nice. That's a 25 on the spot check.
25 on the spot check. So you can see there does appear to be another door that seems to be like maybe sort of like a larder or pantry. just horrifying things seem to be stored in there. But with that 25 spot check, you do actually see that something in there is slowly moving and struggling. You sense that it is not there by its own volition, like maybe something that is being prepared for the next meal is in there. And then you also see a exit that's a larger exit. Again, with your dungeoneering, what you're kind of get the feeling is that the place you just were in would have been some kind of maybe a barracks that had been converted into whatever this mad Casper had made it for, and that this other area would logically lead out into like maybe a banquet hall that would lead forward from here.
Okay. I will return back to the group and tell them everything I have seen. There is a kitchen-like area ahead. Be careful going through that tunnel. It smells gross and it gets even worse towards the edge, towards the end, where the kitchen is. It appears to be some kind of feast preparations going on. There's a large monster covered in filth being assisted by a humanoid-looking thing. There seems to be an exit at the other end of the kitchen area. And also, I believe they may have captured somebody. And perhaps they are headed for the pot. But I do warn you, it reeks. If you have anything to put over your face, I was...
Okay.
Let go!
What?
Sorry!
Yeah.
Let
The cat.
go, you little beast! Get down. Thank you.
Lee takes 1d4 points of damage from Jet.
Actually, yes, because she's climbed up my back.
That is what Isabel's lizards do randomly.
She's in a
Lovely.
real mood today.
So with this successful information, what would y'all like to do?
I mean, the poo monster wasn't like a boss monster. I mean, we could probably take it, unless the dude is also good magic.
Yeah, you and Kiris were able to handle it. Now this one is different, so you can't quite gauge, but y'all were able to. In fact, you even subdued it. Like it tried to parley with you. So you were able to handle it, and that was just the two of you. But again, you don't know the extent of it.
Is there anything we can do to prepare? I mean, like, there's not really another way to go, is there?
It doesn't appear
no.
to be.
And also, if you do nothing, it's very likely whatever is in that closet is not going to make it.
Did I get a
Probably save that dude.
Did I get a look at what it might have been, or was it just a?
You really couldn't see. It was just too.
Yeah.
It was just given the look that you gave and the fact that it was kind of back. That was only because you rolled so well that you could see it at all.
The only other option is to go back the way we came, but
I think Tix believes we should go ahead and try and rescue anybody we can. It's the right thing to do, and it keeps us pure.
Good
I'm
point.
going to lead towards purity.
'Tis true.
'Tis true indeed. But is there before you engage? Is there anything y'all want to do before you straight up, try to engage these creatures? I just want to check before we, get down to tax.
Right.
I would like to try and sneak around personally, at least to see if I can get closer to the larder, to see exactly what we're dealing with. Because just because I saw something doesn't mean I know what it is, and if it's something not really worth rescuing, then maybe we can just keep going.
Okay. The only way you could do that is you would have to sneak into the room. Now, both of those figures were in the action of cooking, so they're not actively looking at you, but your risk of discovery goes up.
Yes.
Obviously.
Which is fine, honestly. I'm a big boy. I know my decisions. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll sneak through. I will wrap a cloth around my face, my nose and mouth, as a mask, because there's probably going to be a lot of heavy breathing going on if this fails, and I would rather not have to worry about my sharing my lunch with people. So I will try and sneak through the room, at least to get closer to the larder.
Okay. So, first of all, I need everyone else. You've already saved versus it. I would like everyone to make a fortitude saving throw against the smell. However, you all get advantage because Osokai warned you about it, and you were able to take precautions and kind of gird yourself against it. So you all get to roll twice.
That's an 18 for me.
What was it? Fortitude, you said?
Yes, and you need to roll a 13 or better.
15 for Tix.
Yeah, 15.
And Althora?
14.
Ooh.
Phew.
She has to swallow.
Why?
Okay. So
I'm good.
now you come back and you see that both of them, you can actually hear them conversing with one another in very guttural tones. It actually does appear to be some kind of common, like a very rough common, and the Atyug, or the poo monster, if you prefer, is saying, "We shall prepare these in." So that the troops will have food that is ready for them, that is good and right. They will enjoy it, and there will be many different options to choose from. And I would like you to make a stealth roll, sneaky boy roll.
I love these. These are my favorite. Yeah, I spec'd into stealth. Come on.
All of us or just Osokai?
Just Osokai, because he's trying to sneak in. You're all kind of at the ready near the door.
That's a 31. I rolled a 20.
So y'all hear, even though he's walking across literal slime, he's just kind of like just silently, and there's even a moment where one of them like turns to like grab an item, and you just like turn perfectly at that moment and duck behind a large piece of cooking apparatus, and like the pots like gently, ting 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 against each other, but they just seem like naturally part of the room. And he kind of looks over for a moment and then goes back to grabbing the big mallet, which he then whams down on the ground. I mean, on the oak, and you see something cease wriggling as it slaps into it.
Lovely.
And you make your way over to the larder, and you see a creature that is just incredibly trussed up. I mean, like, you know how to tie someone up. Like, this is like stupid. Like, they've used 10 times as much rope as necessary.
They do not want this thing getting free.
No, they do not. And you recognize the species after a moment, because it's so, like, it's almost mummified in rope, and it's very, very gagged, and you can't even imagine what it's going through, because that gag has come from this room. Yeah. I'll say no more. And you recognize that it is a furbolg.
Hey,
these things
And
are.
that was one of the friends of the person that bros with.
She did on your journey over describe her two friends, and the thief who had thrown the sort of get out of jail free object at her to help her escape was a thief who was a furbolg.
This is why they have tied him up so much, because they can generally get out of that if they have the ability. Escape artists, for example.
Yep.
Are they close enough to the grate that I can reach through and untie them? Because it would be a good idea to have a furbolg on our.
Well, the larder door is open. That's how you could see in. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. There's no. He's literally hung on a hook, but he's not stabbed. Just like with a little bit of the extra rope, he's just literally hanging there. He's a big boy. Like, he's not as big as you, but he's big.
I guess I will sneak through and try and set this man free. I will beckon Or actually, no, I won't beckon. I'll hold my hand up to the rest of the group to stay in the tunnel entrance, I guess, if they're there, and point at the other two, and in our special language that we would have created on our organizations, on our journeys, use hand signals as preparations, that if I get spotted, then they can do their thing if they decide they want to, because I'm not the boss.
Sure. I definitely think that y'all are able to communicate, stop, go, come, all that sort of thing. Y'all been a group long enough.
And I'll attempt to free the furbolg with a I'm a friend, and I'm going to let you go. I'm going to try to let you go.
Okay.
And use rope.
Yeah, that would definitely be the skill to do here. He is tight. You know that like all of his limbs must be numb. This is not.
I can either use rope or I can cut them.
Yeah, you can do either one. And by the way, Althora, with your true dark vision, even with the black and white, you were able to see into the shadows of the pantry, and you recognize your friend and companion who saved you, Norfir. Okay, what's that? What is that roll?
It's another 20, so that's a 29 on the use rope.
So it's actually something that I have a special aptitude with, is that no matter how tight the knot, there is always a weak point.
Yes.
And it's something that you, as a ranger, have learned over the years. And in fact, it's also, you've got floating around in your head a certain sea captain, memories of her. And there is few people who know knots better than a sea captain. And you find that little place and you just bing, and everything starts to kind of loosen. It's still very, very tight. And then you bing, 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 go again and again and again. And you do it in just such a way with that roll that you're able to slowly lower him to the ground. And as you suspected, like you were ready for it. Like he collapses because he can't hold himself up. His legs, his arms are completely numb. But you were ready for it. And so you're able to kind of like, catch him and give him a moment to kind of like recuperate for just a second.
Okay.
What would y'all like to do?
Can I quickly remove the bag from his head, I guess, and just kind of he's
he doesn't have a bag over his head. He just has the gag stuffed in his mouth.
Okay.
I feel like someone should sneak attack those dudes, but I don't think it should be me.
Tix is going to prepare the blindness spell. And
okay.
Hold action in case anything goes awry.
Okay.
I will hold up my finger to my lips as I remove the gag from his face. Hopefully he will try and choke back any noise he may make from whatever.
Okay. And he does his very, very best not to make retching noises as he spits out the he had it stuffed in his mouth, and then he had a gag tied around it. So yeah, it was really bad, and he's kind of taking his tongue and just like licking the side of his armor, just like and at that moment you hear the Atyug, the mutated or strange Atyug, turn to his tall companion and say, Kobold, I think it is time for the main course. We're going to serve this up tonight, and they'll be able to cook it themselves and enjoy it for everyone. The tall humanoid turns and begins to make his way towards the larder. What would y'all like to do?
So, attack.
Tix is going to cast blindness at the poo monster.
Okay, so you attack the poo monster with that. I will let everyone get one surprise attack.
I'm gonna do my surprise attack at the dude coming towards the furball.
Okay. However, as you cross in, I didn't make you do this because you were being sneaky and walking very slowly. I need you, Morezi. I need you to roll a reflex saving throw to keep from slipping on this slimy floor.
Remember, the floor is covered in poo and stuff.
Ooh, that's an 8.
Okay. Unfortunately, you slip. And so you, what I will say in your case is, I will still allow you to get one attack, but you lose your second attack.
Coolio. Who just got a nat 1?
Ooh.
I just got a nat 1.
Okay, go ahead and
Let's
give us
see.
that die roll percentage.
That is a I can't tell if that's a
Is it?
I can't tell if that's a 6 or a 9.
There should be a line.
One
There
of them,
should be a line
one
under
of them
it.
will have a line under it.
96.
Really?
Yup.
96. Wow.
Morezi, when she slipped, got some in her mouth and is now facing the dire consequences of this action.
Well, that's basically what happens. That's basically what happens is you slice towards him and some of it comes up in your mouth and you just go blah, and you
Stop!
slip and you actually fall face first onto the ground, and so you have lost your next attack and you are now prone. Fortunately, you don't take any damage, but you are now prone and
emotional damage.
The figure is turning towards you. However, I would like you now, Tix, to cast your blind.
You got a modified 20.
Okay, I'm going to try to save versus that. He rolls a 5, and so the Otyag, who, by the way, his name is Gargamanethika. So I'm going to call him the Poo Monster.
That sounds like the stripper name of Gargamel.
It does.
Thanks.
It does sound like Gargamel. He screams as he suddenly can't see, and he goes, "No, my pot may boil over, and I won't have enough delicious servings for everyone." And he turns around to you, and he's tearing at his apron as he's trying to see what's going on, and he yells out, "Kobold, Kobold, come to my aid!" And now, Althor, I would like you to. What would you like to do?
I'm going to attack.
Okay, would you like to attack the man who is going to the larder or the blinded poo monster?
The blinded monster.
Okay, and I would like you to also, the first time you step in here, to make a reflex saving throw.
11 for the
You gotta roll. Oh, okay. All right.
11.
11? Oh dear. So you also slip in it. You lose one attack, but you still are able to attack. So roll your only attack.
20, not that.
Well, that definitely hits. And I'm sorry, did you say the poo monster?
Yes.
Okay. So that will hit. Roll for damage.
13 damage.
13 damage. And you slice into one of its tentacles that are flailing about wildly. The funny thing is, you can't see its eyes, but whatever it has for eyes have been blinded. And it's just, and you slice into one of the tentacles and almost cut it off, and it's screaming as you do so. Who has not had a chance to get a surprise attack yet?
Me.
Penton.
So Penton?
Okay. You said the floor is slopes downward, yes? I believe.
Slightly, yes.
Okay.
Slightly.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is save myself a save. I'm going to jump up in the air and unfurl my wings and kind of glide over.
Okay. I will definitely allow that. And,
Okay.
this is some of you, you all had seen it earlier, but this is the first time you've seen it really in action, except for Osokai, is you just kind of and you glide right over the goo. And who are you trying to hit?
Well, as I'm gliding down, I'm going to prepare. I'm going to kind of angle it so that they're in line with each other, but not endangering Althora, and prepare a lightning bolt spell. As I float down.
That is given the angles that you're at right now, that's not a because Osokai is out of the way, and while she is attacking, she's hardly blocking anything.
Right.
Especially with you coming over to the side. So yeah, you can do that.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh yeah, reflex save for half. That's right. Okay. All right, so that will do. Per level. Okay. Oh, per caster, that's going to do 66.
Really?
Yeah, it's a D6 per caster level. Oh, hello. That's 25 points of damage to both of them, and they can reflex save for half.
And both of them failed their saving throw.
Oof.
So they both, you all see just these wings come out. You fly kind of to the right so that you're away from the rest of the party as you land. Where does the lightning come from?
Well, that would be from my hands at this point because everything else is busy.
Yeah, so you reach forward and just, and it goes through the poo monster, who screams, his dark, smeared bluish apron just bursting into flames from the lightning. And striking the other man right in the chest and burning right through his apron into his arm. He is wearing armor underneath, but it doesn't help him when he's struck by lightning.
True.
And they both cry out as you do 25 points of damage to them, which would be lethal to most creatures, most normal creatures. Did I miss anyone as far as surprise attacks? Osokai was kind of busy helping this guy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, that ends Chafing Armor, episode 80, because we've been going a long time.
Yeah.
We're gonna pause there. I'm gonna save this damage. Everybody, make a note of your damage. I've got it here, but just to be safe, and we will conclude this very interesting experience in the Simian Crevasse. Of what dangers await, what lie beyond, and we'll definitely need to get Riley to come back one more time. Riley, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course,
Thank you.
Yeah, you've been happy.
Yeah, you've been doing great. And thank you everyone else for coming in and fighting this poo monster.
Yay, poo monsters!
Yuck.
And if Casper Mattress would like to sponsor us, or any of the other very common podcast sponsors that I've been mocking in this episode, you're welcome to do so as well.
Squarespace. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Squarespace.
that was the most oblique one, was that they were square. That was I didn't have anything for that, but I did want to have a little fun with Blue Apron.
Oh yeah, we're not getting a sponsorship from Blue Apron.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go for the poo monster.
No, I really don't think they are.
But I want to thank all of you for playing.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you
for the longest recording session we've done to date, and we will roll with you.